Hey, are we gonna start with our thing?
Hey, everybody.
Yep.
Do we want to? Is that gonna be our thing?
Yeah. Welcome to another Hadley video. Thank you for all the subscribers and all the likes.
Thank you for joining the channel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, yeah, let's do this. We asked you guys to give us questions, or I guess topics that you wanted to hear from us, and yeah, a lot of you asked us to introduce ourselves
and say why we're married specifically.
So
technically, okay. So my parents were missionaries in Moscow, Russia. I was born there, raised for only about 5 years until we wanted basically to end that missionary work and come to America, have a better life for me. Moved on to coming to LA in California. And then after a while, I was turning 18. wanted to move out of the house and jump into a faith group in Vegas and also start my college life. So that's what I did for the past 5 years. And basically my culture, my parents, my mom is Japanese and my dad's American. He's from Chicago. If you're from there, shout out. I was kind of grown up with kind of a Japanese strictness, but also a little bit more of an openness from Americans and from the American side, as well as even my mom herself. She's very open and very free with me. Yeah, but we also grew up with the faith. Was very strong as missionary children are, or missionary parents are, and we had a very strong faith growing up, and that kind of I inherited that.
So I am from Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. I was born in Kinshasa, which is the capital, and I moved here when I was 13. I moved to New York, and I grew up in a family where, I mean, if you're African, you know what I'm talking about, but it's just a strict, family, and yeah, where you respect your elders and you don't talk back because they're gonna slap you. But but anyways, I think also, it kind of like my culture, my family, I grew up where my parents always told me and my siblings that, you shouldn't just limit yourself to your own culture. Don't just, limit yourself to the African culture. You should respect and also be open to learn other cultures as well. So I guess that's, that kind of like mindset I grew up with, always embracing everybody, always, trying my best to learn other cultures. And so, yeah, I mean, I think the same thing also, like, just faith. We had a lot of faith in the family, praying together, in the morning, at night, just sticking together as a family. And yeah, so that's kind of like my background. Yes. So
let me start with mine first, okay? So actually, we met through our other common love other than faith. We had was music. We really loved music, and I was part of a band in Vegas, and a band I was leading, and that's where we met.
I went to Vegas for a church event, and then one of my friends who was part of his band invited me to kind of like just join and enjoy the music and everything. They were having like a rehearsal. So yeah, so I went to the band, and that's how I met him for the first time. And yeah.
We kind of just bonded over music. Jamming out. Kind of making it a little bit more simplified. But long story short, Like I said, we had a lot of faith in our family, and around the time that I met her, I started to do more of like praying about my future, and I also wanted to be open to whoever God was guiding me to be able to start a relationship with. And within our church, we were very, we have a very kind of more of old style, I guess, of meeting each other. We wanted to get into a relationship that was set to become for life. We wanted to stay abstinent before marriage, and a lot of the people in our faith really believe that's very important, and also to be in a relationship that can lead to a marriage and being blessed in marriage. So within our system that we had, I contacted some officials within the church to reach out to her so we can start to connect and start to talk, see if this was an option for us. And I felt like when I was praying, I really felt like God was guiding me within these like past 5 years to make a decision that was outside of my own race, because I feel like that's a very, I guess, common thought is to be very comfortable with the race that you're already born in. It's very easy to kind of be with someone that you feel like has already been brought up with the culture the same ways you have, so you don't have that many questions, you have a comfortable life, whatever. And I felt like God really helped me by guiding me to a place where I can really break that down, because what I realized from this relationship is God has really guided me to a place where we can kind of break the barriers of our own races, the complications we've had even for the last year and a half, a few years. And I'm glad that God guided me to be very open to whatever possibility it is. So I think when we started to talk, we started to realize how each other is really, I guess, God's children, and how beautiful the other person is within faith, within love, within even how pretty she looks, right? Ta-da! She's very beautiful as well, physically. And I think God made the right choice and guided us together.
The reason why I married him personally was also because he's a very kind person. He's someone who's very open to learning about other cultures. And what I mentioned before, growing up in a family where, my parents kind of like encouraged us to learn and to be open. I felt that with him. It was like very easy to connect because he was also open. And he also learned that growing up in his family, that you have to be open-minded and that you have to accept everybody. So for me, that was like the key. And he's very handsome. So
my end of that.
So yeah, that's kind of like my short story. I feel like God was guiding both of us, and here we are. Yes.
So, subscribe. Button's right here.
Right there. Just click on that.
We'll wait.
Yeah. We'll give you a second just to, click on it. And then there's also...
this thing. This would really help the algorithm,
Yes. And don't forget to share if you like the videos. And comment.
Maybe your comment might be featured in a future video.
Oh, juicy.
And so last thing we'd like to say is don't forget to
forget to
have faith,
create love,
peace, and joy. Bye.
Goodbye. We'll see you next time.